So we continue to hear more about the community of the early Christian church. And while we had this reading during our previous Sunday Mass, it added a couple more verses talking about Joseph as an example, who is called the son of encouragement. And one of the encouraging things that he does is sells a piece of property that he owns and brings that money and puts it at the feet of the apostles. That they are the ones who are in charge. Okay, there's this sense of authority that the apostles have. The early church saw that right from the get-go. Not just because they were like, oh, they were Jesus's specially chosen people. No, not just because like, oh, he chose them and they walked around, they were closest to him amidst all the followers, but because Jesus bestowed something upon them, namely holy orders, namely this ordering of the church, that there is a hierarchy. And the church recognized that and respected that. And in the midst of their commonalities, their sharing of what they owned, they would lay it at the feet of the apostles, who are in charge of the right ordering of things. So I'm not a bishop. I'm not a son of the apostles, so to speak, right? I'm not kind of that level of apostle. But still, if you feel like selling anything and giving me the money, lay it at my feet. Go ahead. Run away. Anyone ever tries to? But what do we do, though? On Sunday, we give of what we have and lay it used to, bring it forward for our Sunday offering. That it's still right away there in the early church, and we're still doing that today. I mean, now it's just kind of lay it in the basket or do it online somehow. And as convenient as the online giving is, there's something that tends to be missing from that. So I would hope that for those, and we, here at St. Gerald's, we are encouraging giving through ACH, but that especially on like the monthly, the special donation things, or for things like the feast days when there's the extra card in there, like the Easter offering, Christmas offering, special other feast days, that perhaps as a mental reminder, a physical reminder, something where, oh yeah, I'm gonna write a check or put some cash, I'm gonna physically do something and lay it at the feet of the church. That there's this little extra versus a set it, forget it that ACH conveniently provides. Just would encourage that within our own practices when at all possible. Didn't expect this to turn into a money talk, but so really the point isn't so much the money. The point is how do we properly order the use of money then? That what you provide goes into the workings of the parish, and so it pays the salary of our staff, our school staff, right? Our teachers. So if you're angry that Catholic school teachers don't get paid enough, it's because we got a limited pool to pay them from, okay? But what's the purpose of our teachers and our staff? It's to serve you. It's to serve Jesus. It's to help you come closer to Jesus, to get to know him. And so we're trying to provide programs and opportunities, events, things that create this space for encountering Jesus, to create this space to turn us into his disciples, to be encouraged, like Joseph was the son of encouragement here, right? Called Barnabas for that reason. And to let our lives be transformed. So I hope you are experiencing that here at St. Gerald's, because it's all about Jesus, who has given us baptism. That's what we hear about in John chapter 3 in our gospel. That to be born again, to be born of the Spirit, is to be born of water and the Spirit, which is baptism with holy water, right? Holy water, water with the Holy Spirit. A blessing put upon that. God infused and then indwelling in us. So, if God's in me and God's in you and God's in you and God's in you, then what are we keeping to ourselves? What is it that we are holding on to in our own lives that we're not willing to share with someone who doesn't have it? That's actually going to be beneficial to them. Is there anything? Maybe there's not, but I mean, it's just something to be thinking about. Like, what is it that if someone asked me for, would I say, heck no, no way, you don't get that? And why? Why would I respond that way? Just something to bring to the Lord, or ask the Lord to bring to light for you. Because in this Easter season, we're celebrating that Jesus conquered death so that we could be a community set free from all the things that hold us down. Lord, open my eyes to what holds me back and holds me down, that I may be truly free in your Son.